and Erin.
And we are from Penelope Dutch, and this year we wanted to do a video talking about planners. And yes, it is March. But that's okay because it's really never too late to start planning. One of the things that we wanted to talk about in this video today was a little bit about our planners, the planners that we're personally going to be utilizing this year and why. So Erin, what are you going to be utilizing this year?
Well, I actually have two planners this year. And the first one I actually got back in September. And it's a full 18-month calendar. It is smaller. It's like a 5x9 calendar. It's from Agendio, so you get to customize it completely yourself. And I call it my purse planner because I carry it everywhere to add my appointments to it. So it's monthly only, and then it has a lot of note sections, and all the note sections can be customized.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm actually really liking this planner. It's working pretty well for me. So we'll see if I end up getting it again next year.
So this is the first year you've had an Agendio?
This is the first year I've had an Agendio. They have a wire version too if you do more pages, but I didn't need that, and this is like a faux leather cover. And with the elastic, I got it with the elastic.
I like those.
Yeah, and I did add the pocket at the back.
Pencil.
I did add the pocket at the back, which I like. I put our stickers in it.
Nice.
But yeah, the whole back section is all notes. And then it's only a monthly, so I just have all the months laid out.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of fairly small in the sense that
it is fairly small.
It's notes and monthly.
It's
only.
notes and monthly only, and it's mainly for me to write appointments down when I'm making them, so I don't forget them. That's huge.
I think that's really important too, and that's something like I don't personally carry around one with me. I always say that I'm going to, but I never end up actually doing it. I normally do it on my phone. Like I'll put it on my digital calendar that syncs to like my 9-to-5 job work calendar so that I don't miss my appointments, and then I transfer it into my personal one.
Yeah. I don't carry my big planner around. I never have. I did for a half second, but they're a little too cumbersome to carry around with you all the time. And honestly, I never really wrote anything down in the monthly when I was making appointments because I would want to redo it anyway.
Right.
Later. So this works out well. I usually just write down in pencil when the appointment is, and then put it in my big planner later.
Nice. Awesome. Is that customizable as far as like what's included? Like you can put a weekly in it, or?
Oh yeah, no, they've got crazy amounts of customization. They have a whole customization software that you use to move it all around. So you can start it any month of the year. You can start it Monday versus Sunday. You can do different. These are called floater boxes in the monthly spread. So you can actually do different things in the floater boxes. I did the 2 months prior and then just lines. Wherever the other floater boxes went. Oh no, I left them blank. But you can do a bunch of different things. You can customize all these side boxes. I left them blank. I don't know if you can actually see it, but we can do a close-up later.
We'll do a close-up.
And you can customize this whole section. You can add text. You can make it this other color. You can leave it without the color. I put dotted lines in. You can put solid lines in. You don't have to put lines in at all. I mean, like,
it's super
crazy. And like,
what about color selection?
Yep, you get to pick all the colors yourself. No colors. You can do the side tabs I added, and you can do full months. You can do just the first 3 letters. You can do it all upper. You can pick all your fonts too.
Oh, that's
it's really specific.
So what price range are we talking about?
It's a little pricey because you're doing it all yourself. You're customizing everything.
Super custom.
And like I said, they do weekly, monthly combos. They have a daily now. So runs a wide range of gambits. Again, like I said, this is the leather bound book style. Now they do a wire bound if you have more pages. So once you get to a certain page level, you do have to do wire bound. Yeah, you do have to do wire bound. They did start making 6-month versions now though too. Oh. So you can get it in a full year or you can get it in a 6-month, which is also really handy. Like that is nice. If you want to do a lot of stuff but don't want to carry on a really thick planner, you could do it 6 months at a time, which is also really nice. And like I said, all these back note sections are all completely customizable. So I did, in the very back here, I have passwords, which we're skipping through quickly.
Yeah,
and I did bill due dates, which I haven't filled out yet, books to read and book release information on when new books are released, a wish list.
And those were custom, like to you.
All of this part I wrote. Yeah, activities,
Oh, wow.
things to research, and then I did a whole section. I did a places to travel to, and then I did a whole brain dump section, which is mainly where I write all my shop notes down.
Brain dump. Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
like
it's all customizable, and like they have a lot of templates, bill templates, checklist templates that you can customize. Yeah. They'll save everything you do, so you can make templates and save it, and like you can go back and buy this version, and you can add in specific activities. So if you have birth dates to remember, you can add their birth dates, and they'll write it in the planner.
Oh, it's printed in there. That's actually
the birth
really
dates
cool.
are printed in the planner. You can add like trash day and change your filter. I mean, like endless options, and they'll save all that for your next planner.
That's actually pretty cool. I've never heard of the Agendio before you shared it with me, so that's pretty
No, it is pretty cool, and they've done a lot of updates, because I know years ago, like their paper, you couldn't use the erasable pens on, but now you can.
Okay.
So they have done a lot of updates. They have done some changes. And like I said, this one was about $70. It is a little higher price point.
Higher end, yeah.
But if you can't find what you need, you want something really specific.
If you like custom.
Their weekly spreads too. I did make a weekly that I never bought because I changed my mind. But yeah, the weekly spreads are super customizable. You can do time slots. You can do horizontal, you can do weekly, you can do times, and you can customize the times. So you can do 9 to 5. You can do you can literally customize it to anything. So mine actually said 7, 8, and then it said work, and then it was just work because I'm gone all day at work, and then it said 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for the evening. So it's completely customizable.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, those are definitely needed sometimes.
If you have a really specific needs and you can't,
or unique schedule, maybe.
Or unique schedule, yeah, that's the way to go. But no, we'll see if I get this one again next year. I might not need to, since I'm mainly just doing it for monthlies. I might just get standard monthly with extra notes.
I feel like we switch up our planners quite often.
Well, we really enjoy our planner, so we have to try everything new. We have to try all the new ones. So
we do. Alright, so that's the Agendio.
This is the Agendio.
And we will leave links below down to also these sites as well.
Yes. This is the Agendio, and this is my purse planner.
Your purse/appointment planner.
My purse appointment planner.
Awesome.
What's your first planner?
Okay, so my first planner that I have, which is a pretty standard for me, I've gotten this one the last 2 years. So this is just an Erin vertical, and of course, you guys can always customize the covers, and they're removable, so you can literally pull these off or click them back on. This year I did choose the it's like the world map. I feel like I did a lot of traveling in 2017, and I hope to do 2018, it's 2019. Hello. I hope to do more in 2019. So I really like this cover, and I just put my name and the year, and that's normally how I just do my custom. I don't do super crazy stuff. But this is the vertical spread, so I mean it's pretty standard Erin type stuff. And of course, for me, this is a personal planner, so it's kind of what's generally going on in my life to try to make sure things are going in order, things are getting done. So I'm a big checklist person. I always do checklist boxes. A lot of what I do too is I really like weekly kits. That's kind of something we're trying to do more in our shop, Penelope Dutch. We're trying to put more weekly kits. But when I first started planning and getting into the planner world, most people made kits for the Erin so that's kind of what I gravitated towards. I actually started before I made the bigger purchase, because Erin are also a little pricey. You're looking at $50 at least. I believe I added the custom. This is a gold coil, and I think you can get them in
rose gold too.
Rose gold. I did a rose gold last year, and I think a nickel or just a silver platinum plated one. But I kind of just do it whatever matches the cover. But that can add to your price point. And again, it's a little customizable, not nearly as customizable as the Agendio. That's extreme. But this is, pretty standard. I think a lot of people have this. A lot of people love it. And for me, it still works for more personal type stuff. So like it's just a general layout for me. I use a lot of my weekly kits. I also test a lot of the weekly kits that I do for the shop. I use them myself so that I can make sure everything's fitting correctly. I will say though, like I've been in it, like, you know, I mean, I've got stuff going on. That's one of our weekly kits that we made. I love the monthlies. I think the overview of the months in here are really great. I love to use stickers to kind of decorate them. It's kind of like for me, like I normally try to do my planning on Sundays, like my personal planning. So I like to sit and I do my stickers and then I kind of fill in everything. And I normally share a lot of the photos too on our Instagram page as well. So at Penelope Dutch, I'll put that link there. But it's just, this kind of keeps me good to go for, like I say, just general stuff throughout the year. But this is one of 4. So we have more to discuss, but this is definitely a standard, like I said, I've had for the last few years.
Excellent. Yeah, the EC is what I had last year, and I did use it, and again, a lot of it was shop-based. We wanted to see how the stickers worked in it,
Right.
and I did use my EC a lot. This year I went a little different though, and like I said, it took a lot of time for me to decide because I did make that whole Agendio that I almost purchased.
By the way, how long did it take you to build that?
Actually, their system is fairly simple. I mean, there's a lot of options, and you have to kind of mess with it to look at all the different options. And it does save it, which is nice. You can go back in, you can change it, you can update it, which is really nice. It comes in 3 sizes. So that's the small. It comes in like an EC kind of size, and it comes in a full 8.5 by like 11 size. It comes in a bigger size too. So that's the only tricky thing. If you're switching between sizes, you have to make a whole new one. It can't just switch because of the whole layout changes, which makes sense. So I made a bunch of different versions. I like a lot of options. So it took me a while. I spent a fair amount of time on it.
So how long do you think, if you had to estimate?
Well, I went back and forth a lot. So it took a few hours. It did. It took a few hours.
That's not too bad. I thought you were going to say a couple of days.
I mean, I worked on it over multiple days, but I would say if you already knew what you wanted going into it, you could do it in an hour or 2 for sure.
Okay.
If you knew exactly what you wanted going into it, but I was going back and forth versus the small versus weekly versus daily versus 6 month, like.
Took you some time to make some decisions. That happens. I feel like people can relate to that in the planner world.
Yeah.
So what's your number 2? Now, Erin has raved about this planner, and she's been wanting to share this with me the last few months, so I'm really excited because we saved it for this video so she could tell me.
And the funny thing is, I was raving about it, but I haven't really gotten into it yet. Like,
which happens as well.
It's March. I did get it in January, but we did go on vacation in the very beginning of January. We kept the shop open.
We did.
But that means that we got a little behind on actually printing and cutting the stickers. So I had to catch up on a lot of orders when we got back.
Yes.
So I didn't finish getting the planner set up at all. So hopefully I'll do that soon because now it's March. But the nice thing about the planner I ended up picking is it is undated, which is a little different. We normally go with dated planners. This one is undated, so I'm just going to go back and erase what I'd already put in there and just starting in March. Yeah. And that way I can just use it all the way through and I don't feel like I'm wasting pages and it'll just look nicer too. So yeah, I ended up going with the Living Well planner from Ruth Sukup at livingwellspendingless.com.
Living Well, Spending Less, Ruth
Sukup. Ruth Sukup at livingwellspendingless.com. It's the Living Well planner. I spent a lot of time deciding on this one. And part of the decision is she got me with her sale.
It's always a sale, right? That's what like triggers you to buy.
Oh my gosh, I know. And the big part about this one too is it is very goal focused. There's a lot of goal planning in it and goal sections, and I really wanted to focus on that this year. So I thought I would enjoy having it all in one planner, and I wanted to give it a shot. And then it was on sale, and they did it as a bundle. The sale was a bundle, so you also got her Post-it notes that go with the planner.
Okay. So lots of
which I can explain later. So it was on sale. It was a really good deal, and you got the Post-it notes that went with it as a bundle. And I really liked her new floral cover. It does come with it is tabbed. It's a hardcover and wire bound, And then there are monthly tabs, and it comes with stickers as the monthly tabs.
Nice.
In the back. So you can do the monthly tabs. Yeah, you can do your own monthly tabs. It does come with tab stickers in the back. And then for the monthlies, it does come with Monday, or the months of the year, and then it does come with the days, Monday through Sunday.
Oh wow.
And actually our date covers do fit pretty well in this planner, so that's nice too.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the stickers come in the back of the book. I ripped them out because I prefer that. And then this one is very goal focused, and actually that's one of the main reasons I went with it. I was very interested in being more goal focused this year than previous years.
Right.
And to help with productivity mainly.
Always a challenge, right?
Always a challenge, especially because you can feel productive because, you know, you're doing all of the things, but actually you aren't getting anywhere.
You're not getting accomplished what you set out
No,
to
exactly.
do.
So this is very goal focused. It is, so there is a whole, like, how to use your planner section in the very beginning.
Oh, I like that. I like instructions.
I know, instructions. And when you buy the planner, you have access to her Crushing It Central.
What's that?
Crushing It Central is her, it's a whole website. You get access to it. You log in once you buy the planner. And it's all about, you know, crushing it. Plan and achieve a life that you love. And so she has videos on there on how to use the planner, goal setting videos, actually really helpful. And that's why in the front you see I highlighted sections.
Nice.
So I went through the videos and then highlighted pieces that stood out to me. And again, I haven't finished setting this up because she does have a lot in the beginning about long-term goals and like her whole "Do It Scared" mantra, which is fabulous. So I haven't completely finished setting this up, and then I do have a whole section in my other planner where she talks a lot about big goals and specifically about the book. What is it? Dream Big? No, it's not Dream Big. Oh my gosh, totally forgot the name of the book. What I'm talking about?
Is it a book she wrote?
No, it's a book from, God, I don't even know who wrote it, which is terrible. The Magic of Thinking Big, sorry.
Oh.
The Magic of Thinking Big.
No, I've not heard of that.
Oh, really? It's a big book. So The Magic of Thinking Big, she talks about, it's all about big goal planning and how if you don't set big goals, you'll never get anywhere, basically. The bigger goal you set, even if it's crazy, the more likely you're actually going to get somewhere, kind of.
Well, I think that's a really good point. I should read that book because I do feel like if you never have an end goal in mind of where you want to be, you're never going to start making the little steps to get to that long end-term goal. You know?
And it's amazing. She said, like she goes into this whole, The Magic of Thinking Big. I can't remember who wrote it, to be honest. And it was quite a while ago, but she has specific scenarios that she talks about in Crushing It Central related to The Magic of Thinking Big. And the fact that it can be a crazy extreme goal, and as long as you write it down and it's like it's out there in the universe, sometimes it actually can happen. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, I think there's even something to actually telling people too.
Yes.
We'll get into that in our goal planning video.
Yes, in the goal planning video.
Goal
So this is we'll do a general overview.
Yeah.
I based my long-term goals for this year off of my big goals that I want to just accomplish in life, because she goes into that in Crushing It Central, but we can do more about that in the goal
Next
video. We'll just do a general overview here. So there's goal sections some goal planning sections in the front, which is very useful. And then just general dates and some contact information. I don't quite understand contacts anymore in planners because everybody has that in their phone.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of gone away.
Yeah, so that page isn't as useful personally to me, but pretty standard, to be honest. And then after that you go into the different months. So in the beginning of each month there's a monthly goal page too, and it breaks it down by different areas: personal growth, fun and recreation. We can go more into this in the goal planning, which is really helpful. One of my favorite sheets, which I actually wish there was more of these in the very beginning of the planner, so I actually made my own sticker to go in the beginning of the planner.
Nice.
Is her goal crushing worksheet. So she breaks it down. It's an acronym, Crush It. She breaks it down into the sizable steps. At the very end, you get to treat yourself when you accomplish it, which I think is huge.
We made a sticker for that.
Yep. And again, we can go over more of this in goal, but this I feel like is very useful. She has a project planning page, and again, she has videos on all of this in Crushing It Central. And then it goes into the monthly spread, which you get to, again, it's undated, so you get to lay it out yourself. So I'm going to go through and actually erase all of this and switch it to
Restart
March.
it.
Restart. Fresh start for the year. And then it goes into the weekly spread. Now the weekly spread is vertical and it is hourly.
Hourly from 6 to 10.
From 6 to 10, and then it has a section for must-dos, which I think is huge. The 3 must-dos for the day.
A top 3. I'm a big fan of top 3.
Yep. And then it has a section for menu planning, which I also think is hugely important. When I do menu plan, I get more done because I'm not trying to figure out what to
do at the last minute.
Yeah.
And then you order something that's not so healthy.
Yeah. Very true. And then she does have a list section on the side. This one is on the right-hand side. Sometimes EC has it on the left and right.
Left for weekly, and then it's right for monthly.
Okay. And actually, I wanted an hourly spread. I kind of went back and forth on this, mainly because I have a 9-to-5 job, and so from 9 to 5, I have nothing to put in here. And so I went back and forth on if I wanted an hourly spread or not, because my 9-to-5 job, it isn't an hourly planning type job. I'm not going to be writing anything down in it. But in high school, I did an hourly type spread, especially during the summer, and I got a ton done by time blocking. Mm-hmm. People talk a lot about time blocking, and I really wanted to do time blocking again. Ruth talks about time blocking. It's a very effective, efficient way to manage your time by time blocking, and I did do it in the past, and it was really helpful. So I wanted to try it again. Now, every day of the week, basically 9 to 5 is going to be blocked off by work, but I still wanted to give it a shot. And again,
this is not customizable, or it is?
No, it's not customizable.
It's not. Okay.
And it's undated, and she releases it. She has a big release at certain times of the year because she released the new floral cover.
Yes.
But it is available basically any time of the year, and it is undated, so then you can buy it any time of the year and it's fine. But yeah, no, it's not customizable at all. And then at the end of all the weekly spreads in the monthly, because she really is focused on bringing your whole life into focus in one planner. So she does.
Which is really hard to do.
Oh, so hard to do. It doesn't work for everyone because at the very end she does have a whole budget spreadsheet. She has a big budget spreadsheet. Okay. It's a very nice budget spreadsheet, but honestly, I might cover this with something else or use it differently. I'm not quite sure yet because I do all my budgeting online. Actually, at youneedabudget.com is
youneedabudget.com.
Yeah,
you always tell me about that. I need to look at that.
I really enjoy YNAB. It works really well for me, so I don't think I'm going to be using the budget
so much in the
actual planner. And then she does have a section on that's all budgets, and then thanks and gratuities. I don't know how much I'm going to use that either. And notes, but I might just use that as more of the note section. I do like all her little quotes in the front of the monthlies.
A busy life is not the same as a meaningful one. Very true.
And so that's just repeated through the whole thing. Those are all and she has different quotes on each section. It's very and this
Penelope
is
Dutch
my Penelope Dutch date covers, which do fit. They fit very well. I know. I was very excited that they fit so well.
Yeah.
And then at the back, after you get through all of that, all the monthlies, she does have a small notes section. I kind of personally like to have all my notes in a separate notebook.
In a notebook. Yeah, I do too.
Than in my planner. But for some things, it is nice to have a separate note section. I think I did actually write down the name of the book in this. That's what I found. The Thinking Big, The Magic of Thinking Big.
The Magic of Thinking Big.
Yeah, so I did write that in the notes section. And the biggest reason I got this is the goal planning.
And I think it's tough because there's a lot of different goal planning ones out there. I'm going to show you one that I purchased this year that's different. But yeah, I think for personal goal planning, it'll be interesting to see how you end up liking this. And maybe we should do an end of the year video.
We definitely should.
Where we did we use these planners or not? Because I do feel like you start out and things change. You start out with 4. I've got 4. And she's got 2 this year so far. But you don't know what we're going to end up with. You could switch halfway through.
Yeah, and that's part of and then her sticky notes go with it. So this is her weekly wizard is what she calls it. That's the name of it. So this is what you'd fill out at the beginning of each week. So like you said, it has must-dos, should-dos, and would like-to-dos. So they're rated ABC, and different sections on, personal growth, fun, and recreation, and what's the most important goal for this week. So you write down all your must-dos, should-dos, and would like-to-dos, and then you put it in your planner with the time blocking, and you plan out time for all your must-dos first, do those first, and then you go down the list as to the other things. So that way you stay focused on accomplishing your goals and being productive towards a purpose and not just busyness.
And I kind of like having something separate too.
It's separate.
I kind of like
it's separate. It's a post-it note.
Pre-plan, if you will. I do it with
it's an actual post-it note. It's an actual post-it note. It is magnetic on the back, which is nice. Yeah, they're very nice. And you can just stick them in the planner even. And then she has another one which is called the Daily Do It Sticky, and this is for each day you can fill this out. And so again, it's the same concept. It's what's the one thing I should do today, the must-dos for today, the should-dos for today, and the weekly to-dos for today, and then what others need from me today.
Oh, yes.
And then I really like this section. A successful day is, and you fill it out. So what would make that day successful?
Right. Oh,
and how you'll celebrate.
I like that. Too. Treating yourself.
Yes.
But it's so you've got. This is the to-do for the monthly.
That's the weekly.
This is the weekly.
And this is the daily to-do list.
Okay,
sticky.
That's so nice. And then they are
magnetic, which is nice. And like you said,
helps you pre-plan.
Which you said, yeah, it's like helps you make your list pre-planning, and then you fill in your time blocking with it in your actual planner, which is really helpful. Because this way I can just scribble on this and make my list. It doesn't have to be perfect.
It doesn't have to be pretty.
And Ruth says that a lot in her Crushing It Central. Don't make it perfect. Done is better than perfect, which I have a hard time doing.
That's such a good quote. Because sometimes you get caught up in wanting to make it nice or pretty, or this doesn't look right. Sometimes it just has to get done.
Well, and especially with the goal planning, you get caught up with like really coming up with the perfect goal, or not perfect goal, but like
or the perfect steps to get it done. And sometimes you just have to start.
You just have to start writing it down, and it'll come.
And then it develops sometimes.
Yeah.
There's different ways to approach it. We will talk about that in our goal planning.
Yeah. So this is the Living Well planner from Ruth Sukup with her weekly Wizard sticky notes and her Daily Do It sticky notes. It came as a package. It's on sale. It's great.
Awesome. And what are we at price point here?
This was on sale as the combo. I want to say it was $39.
Oh, that's not too bad actually. With
with the extras,
and
I might be a little off on the pricing. I can't remember 100%. It's relatively on its own, not on sale. Last year it was a little more expensive. She was actually able to drop the price on it. I think because they're ordering more, like because she pre-buy, like you know what I mean. It's one of those pre-buys.
She's a newer, like.
I don't know how long she's been doing the planner. I can't remember that. Living Well Spending Less has been around for almost 10 years now.
And is it a blog?
It's a blog.
Okay.
It is a blog. She's kind of branched out, and she's actually kind of rebranded. It's kind of more like Ruth Sukup Omnimedia now.
Okay, so she does have
she does have a podcast now.
She probably hasn't done planners for a long time.
And she used to only offer the striped cover, and now she's offering the floral and the stripe.
It's a smaller company.
Yeah. They obviously are able to buy, like, because they sold out a few times, and so they're obviously able to buy more in quantity, and so the higher quantity, I think they were able to lower the price a little bit. And then when it was on sale, I want to say the combo of the sticky notes and the book was $39. I want to say.
Awesome.
Which is pretty reasonable in the planner world.
Yeah, because we've got some high-end planners. I feel like
a lot cheaper than my $70 Agendio.
Yeah, yes, but custom is going to be more expensive.
Custom is going to be always more expensive for sure.
Okay, so I will then tell you guys what my second planner is. And this one's pretty basic, but I like it because it's kind of sassy. It has like a cute, sassy boss lady kind of vibe to me. So this is the Pellatini planner. They come in I think right now they have two different ones that are this particular size with a coil. It's got the little band on it, and it says Boss Babe. I'll give you a little up close, and it's just got some moon and star decorations. I don't know. I did like it. I found this on Instagram. This is how I always find things. Like, I find fitness clothes, you name it, I find it on Instagram. I saw this on Instagram, so I started following Pellatini, and they have really cute pens that go with these. They even have clothing. I even bought one of their, like, random sweatshirt crop tops, and I swear to God, it is the softest crop top sweatshirt.
Do you have their pen? Is that the pen?
This is actually not the pen.
Oh, okay.
This is a Uline pen, which is also a great pen. I love Uline products. That's another video. But, so why I bought this one? I bought it first because I did like the look of it. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do with it. I wanted to see it. The
stars are gold foil too, aren't they?
Yeah, they're kind of like a
stars
gold
are a little gold foil. Yeah, that's pretty.
And this one I think started, this is not it's kind of got some interesting things. They're very into the horoscopes. So it does actually have a whole section about your horoscope, which, I mean, if you're into that, that's cool. I think it's kind of cute. Their pens also have gems on them that, again, that kind of goes with it. But anyway, the real reason why I bought it, I did like some of the illustrations that they had on some of these. I thought they were kind of cute. Soup of the day, champagne. I mean, they just have some cute sayings. Let me see if I can find another one. Girl gang. I mean, I think it's like, you know, Gucci gang. It's just pretty. I thought that the illustrations were cute. They have regular monthly views, and on the sides it has a hashtag vibes, so how you're feeling for that month, and hashtag goals. I don't really use it so much for that. I kind of do like you do. I pencil in appointments on their monthlies. Yeah. But what I'm really utilizing this for, and let me see if I can give you an example. It started, actually, this one I think is an academic planner because it started in
August?
I think it started in August. Yeah, August of 18, and it runs through December of 19. So it runs through the end of this year. Yeah, 18 months. So I started actually utilizing this basically for like list making for the shop. So I would use, there we go. I would use our checklist flags to just kind of do the week. Like, what do I need to make for the week? What am I working on? What am I designing? Do I have any custom? And I would just kind of like check it off as like, so real basic, like nothing crazy.
No, and we actually started the shop together in Florida, and I've moved, so we're not in the same state anymore.
Right.
So I actually do all the printing, cutting, packaging of all the orders, and Ashley does all the designing.
Right now. We used to both design when we both lived in Florida. We're actually in the shop right now. So we've made some updates. We've had a big weekend here. But yeah, so we do a lot of like phone calls, video chats to kind of plan for the shop.
But Ashley definitely has to do more list making around the shop than I do right now, because my shop job basically is filling orders and then printing and cutting all the stickers. So the list making for that is a little different. It's not going to really, it's not as much planning based. I have some whiteboards that I write stuff on, because it's all based on sales. So
so I'm using this really for like making, what am I designing this week? What am I editing? Listings? What am I posting to the shop? Social media stuff, all the digital end of like the shop is really where this comes in. And I have to just show this one because I love this one. I love you more than Kanye loves Kanye. Like, it just, there were some sassy things in this that I'm like, oh, I kind of like the vibe. So Pellatini, I will link it below. Really cute, and again, just a very simple to me kind of like list making one that I'm currently using. So that was my second one. Now my third one I don't have in front of me, so I'm gonna have to pop in some pictures and show you, because this is actually at my work desk at my 9-to-5 job. And it is the Day Designer. Now, this is completely different, I feel like, than all of the other planners I've ever used. I got the Day Designer for free when we went to Go Wild last year. So we went to Austin, which was an amazing trip. And if you've never been to Go Wild, they give you so much stuff. Like, they give away tons of planners.
Almost too much stuff.
Almost too much. I mean, I love free stuff, but it got out of control. So the Day Designer is an expensive planner.
It is, except for she does have a Day Designer version that's available in Target.
There's a Target line.
There's a Target line.
It's much more affordable. We saw it last night.
Yes, we did. It's very pretty. It's along the same styles. There is a Target line out. I think Blue Sky is the one that manufactures it, if I remember correctly.
And I like Blue Sky.
I do like Blue Sky. And it's available in Target, Day Designer. She has a few different versions in Target. They have a different cover style than the ones on her website. They're not the hard cover, they're the soft cover, but they're at a much cheaper price point. So if you do need a nice work planner, I would do the Day Designer too.
Right. So if you're a professional, a work professional,
who has to plan,
like a planner at like your 9-to-5 professional corporate job.
Meetings and stuff like that. I don't have meetings.
I recommend the Day Designer because I like it because it's one day at a time. Mm-hmm. So you get one sheet per or 1 day per sheet.
It's a daily, yes.
A daily, and you get your top 3. So
daily is not available at Target, I don't believe.
No, they're a little bit more condensed. So these are kind of thick. Those are puppies. These don't travel.
The Target ones have a nice weekly though. The Target has a nice weekly and monthly one.
Yeah. And they're more affordable. So the ones that I purchased this year, the Day Designer, it's about a $50 to $60 price range, I would say. And like I said, I would have never found this particular planner unless I had gotten it for free at Go Wild. So it did work. The marketing worked. They gave away a free one, which is a good deal. And I used it for, like I said, my 9-to-5 job. What I liked about the day look was that you get your top 3, and then you have 2 lists. One is like a to-do, and then one is like a list. I use those all the time just to check off things that I have to do for the day. Again, I think I'm a big list maker.
I wish I still had mine from EC around here, but I think I think I purged it when I was purging office stuff because I just can't have too much. Yeah, we've gone through some decluttering. But no.
Alrighty, so as I was saying before I got cut off, the reason why I really like the Day Designer is because I feel like it's built for more of a professional working person.
It is very professionally designed.
Yeah, like
simple.
It's simple, but it's elegant. Like I wouldn't
not
feel
as much
weird
color. There isn't as
about pulling it out at a meeting.
No.
Because like some people look at you weird when you have a colorful planner and it's all stickered. I mean, I don't care anymore, but I think if you are a business professional, you will find this one to be a little bit more up your alley.
It's very professional. It's not as sassy as the
it's not
Boss
as sassy
Babe.
and fun, but it is more professional, and that's why I like it because it works for a professional environment.
And it's really, really simple designed.
Basic design. You get
the
your
top
to-do
3,
list, your top 3, and then you have some personal stuff.
And it's
at the
each
bottom.
day. So is there a day for the weekends? A day for the weekend?
There is a 1 page for the weekends, but you can tell this is built more for work.
Yeah.
It's not really about your weekend planning. It's not really like long-term
menu
goals.
planning.
No, even though I think there's like a tiny menu section, so you can like write what your meal is for the day, but really more about your big to-dos and your top 3s, which I think is more business oriented. So again, I recommend that. Great getting it from Go Wild, and then I purchased my first one this year, and I am using it. I use it every day at work. So
that's the Day Designer. That's
the Day Designer.
Is that by Whitney English?
Whitney English, I believe, does the Day Designer. So I love it. I think it's great, and it definitely serves that purpose for that group of people. So the last one I have, I'm not going to talk too much about since we've kind of talked a lot this video, but the last one is a goal planning. Like you had, I bought this one more for our shop.
And it's a specific goal planner.
Yes, this one is called, I don't have it with me, so I'm going to pop a picture of it on the screen. It's the Business Boutique Goal Planner, and it's done by Christy Wright. And again, I found this on Instagram. I found it on Instagram. I was a little curious about it, and really what intrigued me, I haven't gotten into it, I'm not going to lie. It's March, I still haven't really gotten into it. I will, but it's more content-based. Like she actually has like things that you read each month, and then you do. So she breaks it into like different sections of building a business. So it's more business related for
business
like a home business, or you know,
a side
hustle, if you will. Love to call it that. That's really what it's for. So we're going to talk a little bit about more goal planning in our next video. So thank you for tuning in and hearing us chat about planners.
Yes.
So.
Our everyday chat.
Yes, our everyday chat. It extends, you guys. This goes for hours. So we will link all the links below that we talked about if you're interested in
all the planners that we talked about and
learning more about them.
Yep.
Yeah. And we'll leave those below. And again,